All right, we're cutting that out. I just took a bite of a Pop-Tart. Now I can't even whistle. It's all good. Welcome, everybody. It is the episode 54 of Making It Up As We Go. I'm your host, Ryan. And, of course, as usual, I am joined by Mr. Paul Corliss.
Howdy.
Hey, Paul. Mr. Sean.
Evening.
And then tonight, in lieu of Bearded Paul, we have Mr. Dave Gatton. Nice. It's good to see you, Mr. Gatton.
Good to be here.
it's like
by the way, I've been meaning to tell you, I miss the old music. Not the whistling one, the one you had before that. That's the one I like.
The other one that I got copyright strikes for.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to figure it out one of these days. I got to do something. Maybe I need to get Sean to do another one of those. One day Sean did an AI song for the about the Christmas challenge, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But
that's fun.
Yeah, we need to get you to do like a gangster rap one for the show. It'd be pretty funny.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah, right.
Make it happen.
There you go. Before we get started, let's just take a minute to talk about the dumb shit that's happening right now. So, man, I there was like stuff that I was trying to get to do for the show tonight, and then somebody takes a shot at Trump, and it's like, oh, now we're watching the news, seeing what's going on. So, man, it's just amazing that people are so stupid. Like, you can disagree with somebody till the cows come home, but you don't take a shot at somebody. I mean,
no,
it's craziness. So, hopefully, the show tonight's a little bit of levity on for this situation, and but what I was actually supposed to be saying right there. See, I was going to actually kind of make a dumb joke, but because we did lose an American darling today. We did lose Richard Simmons as well. So no more jazzercise or whatever it was that he used to do.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
No, he didn't do jazzercise. I forget which one he did. Which one did he do?
Wasn't it Sweating to the Oldies or something?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was out there with like all the grandmas in the shorts, and I don't understand how anybody wore shorts like that back in the 80s. I mean, that was
only he could wear them like that.
I mean, you had to wear tighty whities, otherwise your junk's hanging outside. I mean, it was like a requirement to wear tighty whities. These, but anyway, yeah. So phone's going crazy. Sorry. Yeah, it's crazy afternoon, evening over around here. So it sounds like for the most part things are okay. You know, one of the attendees is reported to have passed on, and of course, you know, Shooter McGavin is also Dunsky too. So whatever. All right, well, let's get moving here. Mr. Corliss, you got anything for us this week?
Hey, I do.
Talk about transition.
I made more parts for the dune buggy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
So, few of them anyway.
Yeah.
So the week
making
was
progress.
Making progress. That's right.
Yeah. I can't wait until you put that thing together. You're gonna like it. It goes together so nicely.
It looks like it goes together logically.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. In case anybody doesn't know what Paul's talking about, he's 3D printing one of these little dune buggies by 3D Sets, and you can get the files for it on printables. I think it's called a Mini Sandy. So
yeah, I think
that's so
it's
cool.
got functioning shocks and everything. It's pretty cool. Pretty fun to do. But
And you also have the larger RC one, right?
The big one.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That I still haven't put any electronics into, but it's I wasn't really worried about doing that. I just really wanted it for the Shelf Queen. So a good deal. Well, what about you, Sean? What have you been up to this week?
It's been a busy, actually, couple of weeks. I've had my in-laws here for the last week and a half. They just went home yesterday. Which gave me a little
Yay.
time to catch up.
And there was much rejoicing.
Actually, for my in-laws, they're great people. I
There
love
you
them.
go.
And I guess it's rare, but it's a good one for me. And then finished up all the tile work in my bathroom.
Nice.
And that turned out beautiful. I had some pictures, and for some reason, I can't find them on my PC. It's probably a good thing. And then, last but not least, have you seen the multi boards where you put them up on the wall and it's got all the little hexagons?
Yeah.
I just printed one. Just finished. This is what I like about having 300 by 300.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Very good.
now how long ago was that?
4 hours, I think, or 3.5, right in there.
That's not too
That's
bad.
not bad.
No, and it's a lot of filament. I'll be able to print probably about 3 more with the roll. That turned out it's sturdy too.
Where are you going to put them at?
Right behind me. Right,
Nice.
right back there.
Very cool. Yeah, it'll look good.
Yeah, not
Nice.
exactly the blue I wanted, but close enough.
Yeah, it's nice that like that's all free to download and all that good stuff.
Yes.
And I think they have some like paid stuff that you can download, but
Well, what the paid is you can like subscribe and then you get everything early.
oh, okay.
But then after a certain amount of time, it is all free. There's over like 700 different files that you can
No
download
kidding.
for this. Yep.
Wow.
So I think it's a great idea. I can't wait to get it up there and give it a good test.
Sweet. Very cool. Well, what about you, Mr. Dave? You did anything this week? I know you were playing Pew Pews.
Yeah, I've the last couple of weeks I've been playing with laser beams. Algo Laser, you may have heard of them. They've been around a little while. They sent me 2 of their smaller lasers. Both of them were 10 watt, but one is the DIY Kit Mini and the other one's just called the DIY Kit. And so I've been, the usual unboxing, assembly, review type videos for those. But
Pretty soon you'll have enough of them to make Voltron.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's like an 80s cartoon where it's a bunch of robots that combine to make one big robot.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But pretty cool. Good deal.
Nice video. Talking about that. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Whoop! Look at a puppy.
Yeah. And let me just explain, because I know there's probably some people out there that watch my videos and go, what the heck's he putting a stupid dog out there? No offense, Jack. But I have noticed I'm a pretty avid YouTube watcher. I watch a lot of videos, and I have noticed that when you click on a video and it's monetized and then the ad comes up, of course, and it doesn't matter whether you let the ad play or you skip the ad. When the video starts, you miss about the first 5 seconds. YouTube doesn't start it at the very beginning. So I decided, because I've had a pet peeve against guys that use, or women for that matter, that use their fancy little intros. They'll come on and start talking, and then they'll go, we'll be right. We'll get on it right after this. And then they do their little 10 or 15 seconds of wasting my time doing their fancy intro. So that's kind of my way of getting back. I'm like, well, I'll just put my dog on there for the first, 5 or 10 seconds. So, but I'm pretty sure probably half of it's cut out, or sometimes you may not even see them because, like I said, when you skip the ad, it doesn't start right at the beginning.
Yeah,
Well,
I like seeing Jack.
Yeah, that was that's one I actually got him moving a little bit.
Yeah, he was tired after that one.
Yeah, that was just one time, and he was ready to go in after that because it's so hot here.
Crazy. Well, good deal. Well, I'm glad those videos are doing decent for you then. And, looks like you've gotten into the laser algorithm. Pretty soon you'll start having Xtool talk to you.
Well, I don't know about that. You probably heard me if you watch that video. I do say when I do an unboxing, I always save the box and the packing material and all that. I used to throw it away, and then one time when I gave a laser away, I didn't have the box, and it was a pain in the butt to try to take apart and pack it up so that it could get there in one piece. So now I make sure I save everything I get to review. I always save all the stuff so I can take it apart. And I've already got somebody wanting one of the new ones that I've been doing the last 2 videos on. So
there you go.
That's a nice little laser.
Yeah.
There's a great hobbyist laser.
Yeah. I think it's funny, like when you're talking about this one, did it say in both of them that you need to have the air pump, or was it just this one?
Well, it's actually both of them, because both of the kits. See, the kits they sent me, you can get them with a 5 watt, a 10 watt, and I think a 20 watt. But they sent me a 10 watt with both of these. So I'm sure it probably is in the manual of the first one. I haven't read it that close, I guess, but I noticed it on this one is, they say, for safety purposes, you really need to use an air pump. And I'm thinking, well,
why didn't you include it?
Yeah, just jack the price up a little bit and include it. I don't get these folks that they sell you like the basic stripped down thing, and then they have they got all the other stuff, but they want you to buy it all separately.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, it's crazy.
Just put together a good bundle price and send it. And I think most of those should come with a honeycomb too, myself,
Heck yeah.
Or at least have a pull down window where you can say, okay, give me the basic or give me the extreme.
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, for me this week, I was working on bits and pieces all over the place. The wife is still down in South Carolina, and I came back to help take care of Grandpa. But today, actually, I was I remember I had bought my forklift and got it all cleaned up and all that good stuff. Well, if you see here where the seat is, the seat's kind of crap. I went to Tractor Supply today to buy a seat. Seats for tractors are really expensive, like absurdly expensive. How much do you think a seat for a tractor would be? Like just a basic seat, nothing fancy.
$80.
150.
Yeah, the cheap one. The cheapest one they had was $150. Wow. And it was just a basic ass seat. It didn't recline or nothing. It was just a tractor seat. I mean, it was stupid. So I ordered one off of Amazon. Kind of dumb, but man. But anyway, in regards to that, so I was I also had to order a master cylinder for it, and because there's no brake fluid in it whatsoever, and so I'm assuming that the master cylinder, the way it looks, it's probably the seals are gone in it. So I'm just going to replace it anyway. But anyway, so I was looking at the seat stuff I need to get the seat off. And so there's these spacers underneath of the seat. This is like a solid piece of steel. It's pretty heavy. But there's supposed to be 4 of these. Well, there's not 4 of them underneath there. This was the only one of the kind that I assume is the right one. And the other one, there was a castle nut with some other nuts under one corner. And then the other 2 corners are sockets that they just put bolts through to act as this. So I did a quick video. I shot a little video today that I'll put out tomorrow. But I made these little guys in its place. So, it's pretty much a dead ringer for it. And
there you go.
I didn't use Fusion 360 or anything. I just used Bamboo Studio. So I created the whole geometry for this in Bamboo Studio. So it's kind of cool. It's simple. It wouldn't work for a lot of shapes, but or a lot of things, but for some basic shapes that you just need to knock something out for like a spacer or whatever, worked out really well. So I'll probably put that video out tomorrow once I get these installed on my seat.
Make sure they work.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, the thing's going to be sitting inside anyway. It's never going to this is just PLA, so it'll be fine. It's nothing crazy. So, but yeah, so that was fun. And besides that, the Mag Air Series 1 it's live. So it's out there and it's available now. I have a link for there's the Sean showing a little bit of the installation video that I just put out for it. And just walks you through how to put it in.
Do they come in OhmTech blue?
Not yet. There might be a special order option. Right now, it's only Monport gray. But so this one's for the size the 2028 size machines that the OhmTech and Monport, since they share the same chassis cabinet things, it should work on both of them. And we're working on some for some of the other machines. So if that's not your machine and you want one, we'll have one soon. But if you have this kind of machine and you want one, I put them on the Etsy store for 20% off for the next couple weeks. So, and it includes free shipping. So good deal. Grab them if you want it. If I sell 5 of them, I'm happy all together. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. Laser, the hobby lasers dragging their feet on enclosures. Yeah, Harry, I think so. Some of these, I think some of them should. They need enclosures, right, Dave? I mean,
yeah. Now the and I really didn't show it off in the videos I did, but both of those Algo lasers that I did videos on have like a little cover magnetic thing, and the way they have the focus, it's like 10 millimeters or probably less. Is the focus thing, and you set that little cover down on that, so it's really low. And I mean, I wear the glasses, when I'm standing right there looking at it. But a lot of times, I don't know that they're I won't say they're not needed, because I guess it could reflect up under there or something. But I'm guessing that's why they're dragging their feet on enclosures. And of course, again, that's kind of like the air assist pump and the honeycomb. Everybody will make one, but it's an extra, and it's a lot of them are those cheap
it's all about
the
cost.
zippery things, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it turns out how much was the mini? It was like $200 or something like that, 250 or something like that.
I want to say it was, yeah, it was 239, I think 249, something like that.
You put an enclosure on it, and it turns it into a $400 machine.
Yeah, yeah.
So it should have an enclosure, but they don't typically do that, which is kind of crazy. Have you heard about the new CNC called the Spider Laser? I haven't heard of that one yet. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. Thanks for letting us know about it, Dennis, and we'll keep an ear out. All right. Well, if you put your port where the fan was, is there a fan at the far end of the duct? How is the fan controlled? Harry, yeah. So, what everybody does with these is you pull out the original fan because the original fan's kind of crap. If you're only blowing it out, like if there was an elbow, right here and going right outside, the stock fans would be okay. But at least on mine and most other people's, you're going 5, 10, 15, 20 feet before it gets outside. And that little fan just isn't going to do it. So most people upgrade theirs to an inline fan, which is usually it's about, I don't know, 15 inches wide or so. It's 6-inch ducts, and it's a pretty nice, powerful fan, moves a whole lot of air. And those are typically better to be mounted near the exit, as close to the exit as possible, because it'll pull the air through, and then push it out the outside. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the reasoning for that. And then with that connector thing, it just makes it easy. Like, mine's in a closet. If I want to pull it out of there, I would have to go around to the backside, unscrew it, and then pull it out, pull the hose off, and then pull it through, pull the laser out. But now I could just pop it off and then throw it right back on, and it sucks right in there. So it works out pretty good. So, the new Bamboo. So you're looking at the A1. Everybody says it's a good machine. It's a good one to get your feet wet. I've been watching some videos on. There's this guy. I don't talk about it on the show, but because it doesn't really fit too much with what we've been talking about. But he has a print farm, and I think he's over 100 and something printers at this point. And he just bought 40 of the A1 printers, and he's evidently making tons of crap with them, and they're performing well.
The Martin manufacturing guy?
No, this is another guy. He's got newer videos out, but they're all like the vlog style where he's just walking around. He's got like a 2,000 square foot building now that he has all his printers in and stuff like that. But I can find out if anybody's interested. And
is that A1 on one of the high speed printers?
It is still a high speed bed slinger. Yeah. So it's got the same bed size as like the Core XY style, like this one. Same bed, but it's that Ender 3 style bed slinger machine. So,
and it's available with the AMS too, if I'm correct.
Different. Yeah, you can get an AMS with it if you want. Yeah. So it's they're supposed to be pretty good. I haven't used one, so I don't have any firsthand experience with them, but people say they like them. So hopefully that helps a little bit. All right. Let's see here. Just as our usual community PSA, go get some Ginny Bits from ginnybits.com, please. Cody's a good guy. We like Cody.
He's got the big boy bits now.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Just released a 1/2 inch and a 3/8 inch compression bits, and they are beasts. What is it? SJS Woodworking, Greg over there. He did a video this week on them on the day that Cody was releasing them, and just going full depth, full bore, and they were. I think he was getting up to like 600 millimeters a second or something like that. I mean, it's not ridiculous amounts going, and it was just going to town. So,
yeah, Cody makes some awesome bits.
Hell yeah! So Cody's good people too. He pays me $17 million to say that every time I say it. So Cody's good people.
Somebody's dreaming. I mean, money wise.
Dennis, no, the A1's not slow. It's one of the faster bed slingers. So it's a pretty quick machine. It's not as fast as this one, but it's still pretty fast. So
isn't it like a Core YZ or something like that, or XZ?
No, it's a regular. Yeah, it's a regular Cartesian. Yeah. So the Ender, the new Ender 3 has that Core XZ or whatever.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So good deal. What else were we thinking? Let's speaking of Cody, I saw a message from Cody today. He actually forwarded a thing from Drew Fisher from Fisher's Workshop. Evidently his stuff has been hacked, and so if you're getting any email or anything from Drew Fisher, it ain't him right now. If you see any strange videos, it ain't him right now. So hopefully he gets his stuff back pretty soon. That sucks. I don't understand why people are such asshats, but it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
That sucks.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get working on some of these videos for this week. Let's start with our buddies, the Micronics. Yeah. So last week we were talking about there were 6 days left to go. Oh, here, let me flip us here to the corners that were not quite so big. They had gotten $1.378 million in pledges. Well, they got acquired.
By some good people, though.
They got bought by Formlabs. So we talked about Formlabs not too long ago because they had just released a new one of their high-end printers that they put out. Their printers are expensive, but they're supposed to be really good. So they, I guess, came right after the storyline, as I understand it, is right after the Kickstarter went live. They went out to Open Sauce, which is an event out on the West Coast. And Formlabs happened to be there at the same time. And I guess they got talking. And over like the next 2 weeks or so, they decided that they needed to be acquired by Formlabs. And so the Micronics printer is done. It's gone. They are not going to continue doing anything with it. They canceled the Kickstarter. And all that good stuff. So, pretty Wild. Yeah, Sean's playing some of the Uncle Jesse video of it right now. When because he had gotten one, but he they had asked. He says that they asked him to wait until later in the Kickstarter to put out his video on it, and then I guess he got wind that they were selling the Formlab, so he decided to wait until they announced that they were being sold to Formlabs before putting out his video. But it sounds like he was just having a nightmare of a time too with his. Stranger Parts also put out a video too on it, and I think it just confirmed everything that he was kind of implying, that this thing was not ready to go. And but you know, good for them. Glad that they got acquired. They probably got a nice payday out of it. Evidently, the guys are going to be working for Formlabs. They're moving from wherever I forget where they're from, but they're moving from there to like the East Coast to where Formlabs is, and is going to be working there and all that good stuff. So they are done. And every one of their videos now, all of them say, "We got acquired by Formlabs," and that's all that their descriptions say. So good stuff on that. A nice thing though, kind of a cool thing from Formlabs. Every backer that was backing this Kickstarter, Formlabs is giving them $1,000 towards one of their printers, and so I mean it brings down the price pretty good. And also with Formlab printers, the interesting thing is that you have to use Formlabs materials in them, so unless you have a material license, which is like $2,000 or $3,000 on its own, they give you that too. So, I mean, a pretty good deal if you wanted a Formlabs one instead of this thing. So, pretty crazy. But I think it was the best thing that it was the best outcome I think that could have happened for everybody involved. Because after watching those initial videos and then seeing the Uncle Jesse one and the problems that he was having, I don't think that they would have delivered. I think they would have. They were not scaled properly to produce that product, and so I don't think that they would have made it.
I do like what Uncle Jesse did say about it, because he was talking about how it was it is heading in the right direction, especially for personal use.
Yeah, but it still continues to reinforce that I would not want one of those machines. Like, what a mess! Like, the resin printers are a mess, but that is like a whole new level. And nope, don't need that. I'm glad I don't need that.
On the CNC side, it'd be kind of fun, but I wouldn't have a use as an individual.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just to make something with it would be kind of neat, but I don't know. You gotta have a use case for it. And I think if you have a use case for it, you have a use case for a more expensive machine. No, but whatever. It's all good. Good for them. All right, moving on. Chris Borg put out a pretty cool video. He made a 3D printed arbor press, and just for doing small stuff, he was trying to get what I forget what size, like how heavy he was trying to be able to press, but it wasn't a ton, and it got like right there.
100 kilos.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, and I think he got to like 98.
Yeah,
so
98,
not bad. Yeah, so it pretty cool little machine that he made, and all that. So good for him. Looks like it was pretty fun to make. So
I'll be honest, I've never seen somebody use concrete for a stiffener.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah. So I mean, but he made that whole thing for like $25, and like he was just showing on the screen that it would take you like $250 to get a comparable one from Amazon or whatever. So I mean, if it works, it works.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he was like, yeah, I wouldn't make this thing again. Thought that was pretty funny. Let's see here. Moving on. Then, so this I thought was pretty cool. So this is Zach Friedman. Honestly, I can't. It's hard for me to watch his videos. I mean, not to sound like a jerk, but they're tough for me to watch. And I think it's because he wears the Google Glass thing on it, so it's like he's got like that thing. It bothers me. It's stupid. It doesn't need to bother me, but it does. But this is actually the video that kind of got me thinking about when I did these today, using stuff that was just in the slicer. So that's why I tried it. But this was pretty neat. So there, and it gave me some thoughts and ideas that we can talk about. So maker coins, it's just kind of like a business card type of thing that people make and give to each other or whatever. I thought it was pretty neat. So if you go here to Maker World and you look up this make your own maker chip. So it's the size of a poker chip, and you can add stuff to them or whatever, but you can design your own. So this K2 guy, you can make like 14 different styles of maker chips and all that. It's all free, and you just download it into the studio, Bamboo Studio, and you can make them. And if you only have a single color printer, you can do those still. They have ways to do it. But I thought it'd be kind of cool maybe if we did them. Like we just did these things as a community, making some maker coins and sending them out to each other or something like that. I don't know. It's a thought.
That's a good thought.
I thought it'd be kind of fun, something to play around with. I don't know, something that we can talk about. And if if you guys out there in the chat are interested in doing it or something like that, maybe we can come up with a little a maker coin challenge or something that we can figure out how to swap coins around or whatever. I don't know. It was in my brain. We'll figure it out. So, let's see here. And then the last one I had really for this week was the Onefinity one. Showing you how to tile using whatchamacallit? Metric. I can't. I went all Joe on everybody. I almost called it Fusion 360. I almost called it my vice president. So, but this was pretty cool. He made a big giant cornhole board that was of operation, and he kind of made it look like him somewhat. And I think he missed a really big opportunity to put a big package on it. I mean, I would have done it down to my knees or something.
Extra points.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's a fun game. Then you can also play Operation and Ring Toss at the same time. But yeah, it was pretty cool. He cut out spots for bones and livers and stuff, and then did the outline and poured resin into it for the outline, and then took it out in the yard and threw bags at himself. So it worked out pretty good. I like the explanation of the tiling. That was the big part.
Yes.
I'm getting closer to using Vectric, and so some videos like this one make me want to use it. So I'm getting closer.
The hard part's over. You already got it.
Yeah, I already paid for it, so I just need to actually use it. My problem is though, is that like I get to, I'm like, all right, I just want to get this done. I don't want to take time to figure it out, and so I use what I've always used. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but that's all good. It's just getting used to it. But it was fun times. Fun times. But yeah, that was really all the videos that I had this week. Hamilton also did a cool video about making his own stain. I don't have a thing on that one, but he released that yesterday. I thought that was pretty cool. Made the stain with paint and lacquer thinner. You can make all different kinds of colors, and he had good results with that. Look, it looks like Hamilton's actually on the show. No. His new video format, I like his new video format. It's going pretty well, so I dig it.
Yeah, the stuff that he's doing reminds me of Unicorn Spit.
Yeah, it does. The downside that he talks about the whole making your own a stain and stuff like that is that you got to make enough, because it's gonna when you're not gonna be able to replicate the exact same color again. You're not gonna put the same amount of paint in, or you're not gonna put the same amount of spirits into it, or whatever, and it'll get all wonked out on you. So if you're gonna make some, make a good bit that you don't need to. Oh look, Harry says that the coin challenge sounds good. Cool. All right,
Cody, try it.
Cody will give it a try. Well, I put the links to that video and stuff into the description. Man, I can't talk today, and so you can go in there and check it out and see what it downloads right into Maker or to Bamboo Studio, and you can play with it from there. I started to play with it, but I hadn't spent enough time to really mess with it yet to design one and make one up. So give it a whirl. We'll swing back on it and see if we want to come up with some sort of challenge for it. So good stuff. Let's see here. Cody's saying new bits are on pre-order. Goals to start shipping next week. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, he's been printing. Cody's joined the Bamboo Cult, and he's been printing a bunch of new 1/2" and 3/8 tool holders. Nice.
Apparently, though, you got kicked off the kitchen table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that happens.
We've been there.
Had to bring it to work. Oh darn!
Yeah.
You know what that means, though, Cody, is that you just need another one, so you have one at the house and at the shop. I mean, you can justify it now. Good stuff. All right. Well, I guess that's about it for this week. It's kind of fell apart there a little bit, but that's what happens every week. So, Paul, you got anything else for us this week? Anything else you guys want to chat about?
I got nothing.
All right. I appreciate it. What about you, Mr. Gatton? You got anything else that you want to talk about this week?
Well, let me just say I've got a lot going on, but nothing that I can actually talk about just yet.
Oh, that's good to
Oh.
hear.
Ooh. More
Mr.
videos
G-
come.
Yeah.
Maybe something else besides just videos. So
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Morning coffee time.
no coffee sessions.
Dave, did you see? Did I send it to you that finally all the work has paid off with StreamYard? We're getting dark mode.
Oh, really? After all this time?
Yes. Yeah, they made an announcement earlier this week or something like that.
I finally canceled mine. You know, I'd been paying for it, and not even using it, and
Yeah.
I finally thought, well, this is silly to pay for it every month because I'm not doing any live. So I canceled it, and then that's when I hear all these new things coming out.
Well, a little behind the scenes for anybody watching. So, like at the end of the show, when I click the end of the stream and all that, a little thing will come up and say, how'd it go, and then give me some comments. And I always put in there, we need dark mode. We need dark mode, dark mode, dark mode, dark mode. And so finally this week, they said, we're giving you dark mode someday. I don't know when, but it's supposed to be giving us dark mode at some point here. So, Sean, you got anything else for us, sir?
I'm going to hopefully print out a few more of the multi-boards and get that going this week.
Nice.
We got a new module I'm working on that should be out hopefully in about a week or so.
Cool.
Nice large corner for the T-Track. Also, guys, check out the 2 videos. Dave just put one out, and so did Ryan. They're in the list if I'm right.
Yep.
So yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I appreciate that.
Have a good week.
JR said that he found ludicrous mode. Oh, geez. It's going to go crazy now. So have fun with that. All right. Yeah. I don't really have anything else either, except for people be nice to each other. Have
Please.
different opinions, but still respect that everybody's okay and not everybody's going to be right. Here, WE just threw in a question here. Should I continue to invest time in SketchUp 8 or learn CAD to learn CAD, or can those files be used for anything? I have no CNC anything. Personally, I love SketchUp, but you're on an older version of SketchUp than I am. I'm on SketchUp like 2015. And it works great for what I use it for work stuff. But for design stuff or CNC or anything like that, no, it's not going to be good enough. I would look into one of the other programs that are out there. If you just want to learn some CNC stuff, like how to design a little bit, a simple program to use, sign up for Easel with Inventables. It's free. You can kind of you can preview like what your tool paths are going to do and stuff like that. It gives you some experience on that type of design stuff. Easel is not the best design software, though. It definitely does have its limitations overall, but it could get your feet wet. And there's also some other free stuff out there. There's like FreeCAD,
Mechanical Spark.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
Design Spark Mechanicals out there?
There we go.
Mechanical,
yeah.
And you got some good videos on that too.
Dave does the Design Spark Mechanical. So there's some other free options out there. And then eventually what most people do is move to Vectric and get one of their software tiers to do their design work in. Some of us just buy the software and look at it. Never actually use it.
I finally upgraded after all this time.
There you go. Oh, look, there's Mr. Hammerquist showed up. He was out doing family stuff. His 3D printer was still going too. Good deal.
You know,
but yeah.
speaking of Vectric, if I'm not mistaken, I got an email from them. I don't know if anybody goes to the. I'm drawing a blank. I'm pulling a Joe now.
Here we go.
It's not the woodworking show, but it's the IWF, International Woodworkers something or other, and it's usually the bigger show that's at the World Congress Center in Atlanta.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I got an email from Vectric saying they would have a booth at that place. So if anybody's in the Atlanta area, and I want to say it's like October 8th or 9th, 10th, something like that. I could be wrong about the date, but in fact, maybe I can look up when the IWF is real quick.
Sure.
I've been to it before, but it's here we go. Tuesday, August 6th through Friday, August 9th at the Georgia World Congress Center. I've been there before. In fact, me and my buddy Jim have gone there before, but it's more for the it's not for the hobbyists. Let's put it that way. It's big old machines.
Yeah.
Huge machines where you put a pallet of plywood on there and it feeds them in and cuts them up. And, it's manufacturing type stuff.
Sweet. That's interesting that Vectric's going to show up to that.
Yeah. I think I deleted that email because I know I'm not going to go, but I don't know if it's still in my deleted pile or not. It might be.
Craziness. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't see it. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I saw that they're going to be there. So
awesome. All right. Well, people be nice to each other. Don't go on a building and shoot at people. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
And dead at this point. So, until next week, Lord willing and the creek doesn't rise, we'll be back for another episode of Making It Up as we go. And good times, everybody. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Peace out, sauerkraut.